Did Peter kill Ananias and Sapphira? Dr. Abel Damina says yes. Watch this clip, then we will examine whether that conclusion is supported by the Bible.
It wasn't God that killed Ananias and Sapphira. Who killed Ananias and Sapphira? Peter. He applied on them the law of sin and death. Don't forget, they were still under that dispensation. And because Ananias and Sapphira became afraid, their fear killed. It was they that gave up the ghost. When they heard what Peter said, Peter's words struck their hearts and they gave up the ghost. It wasn't God that killed. I mean, lying is a serious sin, but it is not as serious as a dot of Jesus' blood. And by the time the book of Acts was written, Jesus has risen from the dead. So it wasn't God that killed Ananias and Sapphira. It was the law of sin and death. And the Bible tells us how that law operated. Every disobedience and every transgression received a just recompense of reward. Our escape is the salvation that Jesus has brought. We have escaped by the salvation that Jesus brought to us. So God cannot be the one killing people under the law and dying to save man from the law. That's why the law is called the law of Moses. It's not called the law of God. Somebody say, but it was it not God that gave Moses the authority? No, sir. It was the people that appointed Moses and God confirmed. Elections have consequences. When you elect a president, there will be the good and the bad. No president is good in all areas. Every president will have his good part and his bad part. It's just that some, their bad part is more than their good part. But there's no president that pleases everybody. It's impossible. Even God doesn't please everybody. Elections have consequences. That's why when people come and they are asking you to vote for their political ambition, they roll out to you their plans. They say, this is what we will do. And in their plan, some people in the society will be favored and some will not be favored. There's no president that will favor everybody. Even God, the creator, cannot please everybody. There are people right now that are angry with God. Are you hearing me? I'm talking about God. That's why you look at the manifesto before you vote. This manifesto, will it favor me or not? Okay. Is it good? Okay. Let me vote for it. And if they don't have a manifesto and you voted for them, it is still part of it. Elections have consequences. So Moses didn't appoint himself. The people appointed him. And when the people appointed Moses to be their ruler, he gave them a constitution. The law of Moses is the constitution of Moses for Israel. It was the constitution that governed Israel. That's why they had dietary laws. They had all the different laws to govern their lifestyle. And any law you broke, you were punished under that dispensation. So it will be unfair for all of us to be under that law because we are not Israel. So Jesus is the end of the law for righteousness to everybody. So don't bring me under that law. I'm not under the law. I'm under Christ. And Christ has freed me from the curse of the law and freed me from the repercussions of the law. Just like Nigeria has a constitution, and if you go against the constitution of Nigeria, you go to prison. Why do you go to prison? Is it God that sent you to prison? Who sent him to prison? The constitution of Nigeria. Do you know that there are laws in Nigeria that are criminal, but in other countries those crimes are not crimes? Even in America, that is one country with 50 states. There are some states in America you will do some things and get away with, and there are some states you will go to prison for it. So what some people do is if they commit a crime in one state, they relocate to another state. They go to the city of refuge like it was in Bible days. In this state I'm going to relocate. You come to a state where the laws are not implicating in that area, because these are man-made laws to bring sanity to society. But the thing is that many people now take those societal laws as God's law. Okay, if the society says bad, then God must have said it's bad. No, sir. God's standards are revealed in Christ. There is therefore now glory